What is going on, guys? Josiah LaRue here. So today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 6. So yeah, today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and kind of first look / overview and my thoughts and opinions of the brand new iPhone 6. So I recently purchased the iPhone 6. This was kind of my Christmas gift to myself, being as my family can't really afford to buy me the technology that I like to buy. So yeah, I bought this. I've been using it for the last several weeks, and overall I really like this product. It's a really nice phone, and I think it's a great step forward for Apple. So let's talk about the iPhone 6. So today we're going to be unboxing an iPhone 6. So I just recently bought this iPhone 6. I'm going to be upgrading from my iPhone 5C, which you've seen in a previous video. So here it is. Here's the box. What I thought was interesting on this one, as opposed to previous models, is that they don't actually have an image of what the phone looks like. It's just a white. So I'm not sure if this is Walmart packaging. This is where I got it was from Walmart, or if it's like the default Apple. So there it says iPhone, nothing, iPhone, nothing. So it isn't until you get back here, it specifically says 16 gig iPhone 6. So there you go, now you know exactly what it is. 16 gig iPhone 6, space gray, CDMA for Verizon. So let's open this baby up. And there it is in all its beautifulness. iPhone 6. Must say it's really nice and slim. I like that. And bigger. I like that. Alright, so let's turn it off, set that aside. What else is in the box? So, you got Apple's normal little interesting packet of information. It keeps getting smaller and smaller. I guess that's good because most of their information can be found online, but this is what it does. Power button on the side, same buttons, lightning connector, home ID, touch ID. Welcome to your iPhone, you get 2 stickers. Simple, sweet, to the point, moving on. Same power brick adapter that they've been using since pretty much the first iPhone. Nothing's changed there. Lightning adapter. These are nice. iPad, iPhone, iPod Touch. Lightning cable, always nice. And Apple's new EarPods. These things are about 2 years old. They're actually not bad. They're a lot better than the first generation, but still I'm going to keep using my Zags. So there you go. So let's have a quick look at the iPhone itself. So this is the iPhone 6, the regular edition, with a 4.7-inch screen. So a big step up from this, my old iPhone 6, my old iPhone 5C. So as you can see, significantly smaller, and the screen size a lot smaller. Like the whole iPhone is nearly the screen size of my new iPhone 6. So that's pretty cool. Going on the side here, we have the same vibrator or ringer on off, volume up, volume down, lightning cable on the bottom, headphone, microphone, speaker, still a mono speaker. Wish Apple would fix that, but as thin as this thing is getting, there doesn't seem to be much room. SIM card right there, power button, which is down on the side instead of the top, which I think is good because for most people you have to be shifting your hand up to turn it on and off. So they finally adapted the ways of Samsung, put it on the top right, and there you go. And on the top, nothing. On the back, the camera. And you probably see it better this way, but the camera does have a bulge to it. It does stick out pretty significantly more than normal. Most other Apple cameras always were flush, but this one does stick out. But I guess that's the price you have to pay for it being so slim. So let's peel this off here and ooh yeah, that screen feels so nice. And this is running the iOS 8. So the iPhone 6 comes in 2 different sizes, the regular iPhone 6, which I have, and the iPhone 6 Plus. This is the iPhone 6, which has a 4.7-inch touchscreen display. It is a Retina display with 1330 by 750 pixels. So it's not one of, it is an IPS display. It is very nice, but it's really Apple showing that you don't have to have the biggest, best, highest resolution screen like the LG G3 or the Samsung S5. This thing still is very high quality, and you still really can't tell the difference. Like anything over 1080p technically really doesn't need to happen on a phone, particularly at 4.7 or even 5 inches. I mean, this thing literally is 5 inches. It's slightly shorter, but even still, it's a very high definition screen, and I can't really tell the difference. It has the same 8 megapixel camera, at least in megapixels, as the last several versions, but Apple continues to update it not only in the software but actually in the hardware. So it has a larger aperture, it has an f-stop of 2.2 with a 1.5U rating, and combine that with its lightning fast software, its True Tone dual LED flash, well, single, but it's in 2 different colors, and it's great autofocus. It's hard to beat this camera. Even though it's not like quite as high megapixel as some of the other phones, combining it with the big aperture, the autofocus, and the extremely easy to use camera app makes it one of really, I think, the best cameras on the market for a cell phone. It's so easy to whip it out and take high-class photos. And I must say the flash is a lot better than the old ones. The old ones would give off a little white. It was either really white or kind of offset. With this two-tone flash and then its autofocus, it'll send the flash out and then autofocus and then take the picture. I've noticed that flash photos on this camera are way better than any of my previous iPhones. The camera also takes 1080p video at 60 frames per second, and it'll do slow-mo at 120 or even 240 frames per second, so you can get some really nice slow-mo shots with this thing. It weighs only 4.5 ounces, which is extremely thin and lightweight. So it's really nice, even though it has gotten bigger. It has 802.11 ABGN and AC. It has Bluetooth 4.0, and it has NFC. NFC, however, is kind of limited in that it's only for Apple Pay. You can't use it with other things like Android. So I'm guessing you could probably do it with the jailbreaks, but as of right now, there's not a stable jailbreak for iOS. So, meh. So what are my thoughts and opinions on the iPhone 6 now that I've been using it for a while? Overall, I love it. It's a great phone. It's bigger, and I really like that. Honestly, going back to my old iPhone 5C, I was like, wow, you're so tiny. How can... Wow, this makes so much more sense. The screen is nice, and battery life. It's pretty much the same battery. Even though the battery is slightly bigger, the battery life isn't really any different than my iPhone 5C. So Apple is kind of, it's meh. I mean, I'm not losing anything, but then I'm really not gaining anything. With the bigger device size, they really could have fit a bigger battery in it, and they could have improved battery life and really bragged about that, but they didn't. They just kind of kept it the same. So Apple, why didn't you innovate in your battery life? The phone is extremely fast. LTE is faster, Wi-Fi is faster, where you can find good Wi-Fi. Bluetooth is nice connectivity for my Bluetooth devices, and overall, just a really fast phone. Gaming, web surfing, just using apps, very quick and snappy. Touch ID, I love it, but it can also be a pain. When it works, it's so slick. Just click it to unlock or push the power button, then just hover your phone over, hover your thumb or any of the fingers that you train for the phone on it, and it auto logs in right away. That being said, there are some caveats. If you don't have your finger on it quite right, or if you haven't trained it to read that side of your finger, it won't log in. Or if you happen to have crap on your finger or on the sensor, it won't read it as well. So you kind of need to make sure your finger and the sensor are clean, then it logs in just like a dream. So overall, yes, I do like the phone, but what are some caveats? First of all, overall design. This thing is slim, it's nice, it's rounded, it's nice to feel, but dang is it slippery. This aluminum, no grip whatsoever. This front, no grip until I put a screen protector on it at all. So I absolutely recommend people put screen protectors and cases on these things. I cannot stress that enough. I've already dropped it a couple times before I had a case on it. I was thankful that I had this screen protector and landed on it, and this screen protector is very good for absorbing shocks and other things. Go Zag, you can check them out right here. But overall, I definitely recommend a case. Unfortunately, due to Apple's design, unlike like the 5C where it was kind of square, the plasticky, despite being plastic, had a very good grip. The iPhone 5C, I really love that phone. This does not, so I do recommend a case or some way to protect it or overall just provide better grip. Apple Pay or NFC, which I was talking about earlier. Nice feature, except for several things. One, they don't support a lot of credit cards still. Like my debit cards or even Visa cards that I'm getting through my banks won't support them. None of the really smaller banks are supporting Apple Pay right now. Also, the rollout for places, businesses that accept Apple Pay is still pretty small. So I believe this will get better over time, but right now Apple Pay is a feature I have yet to use on my phone. So Apple, you really need to work on that, particularly on the banking side. I would really love to be able to use my Visa card. Even though it is a debit card, it's a Visa card. Why can't you just use that? So what are some final thoughts on this? Overall, iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, great devices. Apple is finally listening to the community and that we have to have phones 5 inches or bigger. So I think it's really great. Apple designed, I think, a good winner here. It's a fast phone, great camera, great new features with Apple Pay and the Touch ID. Overall, it's a great device. That being said, you need a screen protector, you need a case, and it's not necessarily for everyone. The battery life isn't anything spectacular. It certainly didn't get any better. And overall, there's just a few things that Apple could work on, mainly software-wise, but overall, great phone. I definitely recommend it for people, particularly if you're just looking to pick up a very basic phone. If you have any experience or apps in the iOS architecture, definitely pick up the iPhone 6. If you're looking for just an easy phone to pick up and use to point and shoot and take photos, and overall just a great phone, the iPhone 6 I think is a clear winner. So yeah guys, that's been my review of the iPhone 5-6. Overall, I really like it. Some good, some bad, but that's what you get with a phone. Let me know in the comment box down below, what do you think of the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus? Do you have one? Do you like it? Would you ever buy an iPhone? Let me know in the comment box down below. As always guys, thanks for watching. Remember you can check out last week's video where I talked about my CES coverage right here and what I talked about right there. Remember hit that like and subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my new episodes, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!